Nuovarden is a dimension of wide-open mystery and infinite discovery created by our very own DungeonMisterTy and published by Adventure Slang Productions. You can learn all about this dynamic game system and wondrous setting at adventureslang.com.
As guests in the umbral city of Usut, the party found themselves the center of curious attention. Their guide, Embrel, led them from the main street of the underground settlement into an alley where they arrived at a shallow cave filled with all sorts of stone detritus. Among the wreckage of the cave bustled an elder umbral, who the party quickly learned was Amush, the greatest craftsman of all the umbral. As their vision became accustomed to Amush's abode, they realized that it was littered not only with broken and chipped stone, but with glowing elemental stones, crystals, and other items of naturalistic but clearly crafted composition. A series of active negotiations ensued, and the party managed not only to barter away the cursed necklace, but several parts of Kava's Fateworm harvest and one of Zorik's tattoos. In exchange, Kava gained a powerful shield and pauldron. Zorik obtained a pendant of quicksilver, true to its name, and thus equipped, the group departed Usut and ventured forth into Umult on the long journey to the rumored citadel. Under the threat of the Storm Eye, the explorers were soon discovered by a band of 4 stone elementals, and a fierce battle ensued. Initially, Zorik and Embrel were injured, but the quick actions of their allies returned them to the fray, and through might and cooperative strategy, the allies were successful in defeating their enemies. Here we rejoin the companions, having just defeated the Colossi, more and less worse for wear. Companions, I turn to you.
Are you all okay?
I don't think we were ready for that.
How injured is Zorik?
I mean, I feel like I got hit by multiple colossi.
He was almost imprinted.
It's true.
How about you stay still a moment, and I'll try to void heal Zorik. Okay. A 3 and a 4. So if I bump that 3 to a 4, what does that do? Extra healing?
What
do I get
that
heal more
does-
people?
Zorik, you are still afflicted, I believe.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, so I can clear both.
You can
I'ma do
heal
that.
some and clear the afflicted status, correct?
Perfect. Yeah, the what was the afflicted status?
It reduced Zorik's die cash by half.
That's awful. So
It was rough.
definitely some broken bones. That I think it isn't so much as pain, but the sound that it makes is not comforting. As there are pops of bone being pushed back into place, joints being reconnected, and skin soothing over. And then I roll.
Yes, please. 1d4.
A 4!
Hey-oh.
Oh, I'm on a roll. It's Jeff. Jeff manifested these 4s for me. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Awesome. Thank you.
Maximum effect from the healing Fellavaai. Nicely done.
Does anyone else need assistance?
I'm going to look over at Embrel. Because Embrel took some serious hits.
Embrel did. Yes, Embrel does look a little bit worse for wear. I don't want to draw your resources away from your allies.
No, you are our ally. And I'll do the same for him. Or try to.
All right.
3 and a 1, so I'll bump the 3 to a 4. Is he afflicted by anything?
Yeah, he would be because he was also knocked unconscious.
But I'd have to choose. How?
I could also sing a bit to try to help with the healing.
Then I'll clean up the affliction.
Awesome. That is a marvelous effect you have. I was afraid I was going to have to carry this headache the entire way.
The void is quite kind at times.
Very
Emerald,
powerful.
concentrate for a moment on my voice. And I'm going to start to sing a song of healing.
Let's go.
That's a 4 and a 2.
Nice. All right.
For a total of 4 healing.
Awesome. Emerald takes a deep breath. I have been part of many forays into Umult with my companions, but we do not have such robust abilities as you have. This is an epiphany for me. I should absolutely enjoy visiting Nuovarden when the opportunity provides itself, should that arise.
It shall.
Perhaps it is something that could be taught.
Oh, you think so?
I am uncertain, but I am willing to find out.
I suspect so. Aeos is, after all, what likely forms Nephis. Same energies.
Well, then this is something of a banner day. I think I am renewed in spirit as well as body and mind. Let's find out.
Emerald,
Yes.
what of these creatures can be salvaged that's worth value to this land?
We don't harvest the colossi. We let them help form the terrascape, if you will, of our land.
Would it be
actually?
I'm sorry, continue.
You actually see as the forms are melding with the landscape, they're rounding out, they're losing their humanoid appearance, their limbs, and that sort of thing.
Would it be an affront to your tradition if I were to try to salvage some of them? As a record, or perhaps for trade later?
Not at all. It would be, in my esteem, it would be nothing more than to collect samples, I suppose, of the land.
Indeed. I'm gonna walk over. Kava, maybe you can help me with this. You have much skill in salvaging useful things, as we found with the bartering earlier.
I could take a look at it.
Very well. If Kava is going to help you, Zork, you can make a Caldroll lore at standard difficulty.
Okay. A 4 and a 1.
Okay. As you work at the form, do you chisel away at it? Or do you have something?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would first kind of scan it, and maybe like, I could see Kava. We're sort of like the guys sort of overseeing some sort of a excavation site of some sort in the desert. We're kind of looking, trying to figure out what might be of value, and then once I kind of latch onto something that looks like it could be of value, I will go and sort of like try to pry it or collect it or chip it off if need be. I imagine they're mostly like stone in nature or turning to sand.
These colossi were specifically stone and earth in the first place, elementals. I will say, mechanically speaking, and this is for the audience as well as for the players, when you harvest something that is rare or is very rare, you have to have a high success. I will say also, in light of that if if you wish to reroll your 1 and spend the primacy to do that, you could. to attempt to get that high success. Based on the harvest that you are attempting right now, you sense that there is some sort of lingering energy within the form, which has, well, there are 4 of them, right? But they have, they've assumed something of a hill shape now, an outcropping or whatnot. But there is something more to them than what you're able to reach in this current endeavor.
Do you feel that, Kava?
It's like there's some remaining energy.
We'll try again, perhaps with your guidance. I'm gonna try to re-roll that one, so it'll cost me two primacy, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, that's another 1, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you're working at it, you for one, you don't really have the tools to really dig in, and it's a large form. These are large creatures. So ultimately, you end up with some stone chunks that are not all that different to your eye from some things you may find in Nuovarden, but they're from Umult, so who knows?
Okay. Umultian stone chunks.
Yeah.
Umbrel, I must ask, do you have any sort of stone or crystal that sort of glows in a similar way to the Echo Beast? Or perhaps when the Echo Beast touched myself Azoric, it sort of gave off a radiance. Is there any such stone or gem that has that sort of principle here?
I saw that effect, and it affected me as well, Vajrahan, but no, there's no stone that I'm aware of. The only stones, as we saw in Amush's workshop, were the elementally infused stones.
Thank you. Very interesting.
Of course. Now, I believe the effect of the Echo Beast is wholly part of their makeup in specific.
It's really nothing terribly concerning, just I perceived the rooftop of the Citadel having such an effect, a smooth surface with such... Wasn't quite sure if that was perhaps an element natural to Umult or some sort of greater arcane manifestation at work.
It may be something that is the purview of the Overlord. Perhaps some harness of the Echo energy. I don't know. Yes, it's concerning though.
Just wanted to make sure not to be looking for any sort of stones along the way in case.
I think we should look for stones, of course, because they are available to be found, as you saw in Amush's workshop, but not the sort that present the energy that we saw with the Hillock Beast. Not that I know of.
If we do see such things, it would be of interest to some of us to speak again with the vendor to learn more of the crafting in this place and what is possible.
Amush is the one to speak to. He knows everything there is about crafting in Umult.
Very well, then we shall have to return.
Yes, I think so. Yes. We are still exposed. Shall we continue, or do you have other things you wish to do before we move on?
I know that volcano is spewing out a profuse amount of lava. I think it's best we move.
Yes, you noticed that. And of course you did, because it's it's right there. It's still some distance away, but Embrel seems a little bit uncomfortable, at least a little bit uncomfortable about it. And when you mention it, again, he looks in that direction and just sort of shakes his head.
Is everything all right, Emerald?
Yes, it is. It's just that that lake and that volcano they're essentially the heart of Umult when it comes to the Colossi. It's the primordial womb.
Are you saying the Colossi are birthed from it? They emerged from the lake.
Precisely, I am saying that. So you can imagine my discomfort.
But the Umbral are not the same.
No. Nope. No, we are not. The Umbral... The stories of the Umbral are that the first Umbral were arrived as small flame, as you've seen our children do. And we continue to produce our offspring in the same way. The male and female come together and combine their energies to produce a small flame, which is then set among the community to learn until in about half a season, it matures into an umbral individual and continues its full lifespan, hopefully to the end of its natural days, which you have also seen, if not succumbing to some accident or becoming an imprinted.
So the Colossi emerge from the lake of fire. Do the volcanoes are always active, or only when they are birthing?
That volcano is always active, and has always been as far as I know. And the lake has always glowed with that tremendous light, as it does. It is not often that a Colossus is born from the womb, but that is where they come from, and it is a sight.
I am curious. Do you know if they have a ritual? My people have a ritual of birthing that involves opening a rift to the void in which we emerge from. Is it similar?
As far as I know, no. The Colossi simply arrive when they do. And then they march off, probably to some hierarchy of leadership that is a bit removed from my knowledge.
Interesting.
It is, in a way.
Thank you.
Of course. I don't see the eye any longer. That's encouraging.
Yes, and just in case we are so fortunate for a Titan or a Colossi to be born, perhaps we move on as not to encounter more.
Yes, well, in some ways I'd rather encounter one being born than any that have been here for some time, because if we encounter them, unless they're your friend, Lutu, you said, we could only be so fortunate. But if you're ready...
Yes, we should keep moving. We should keep moving, yes.
After recovering from your fight, Emerald guides you to a strange feature in the landscape. A wide canal seemingly scored into the rocky ground. The base of the canal descends better than 25 shins lower than the surface. We can avoid being seen from any distance if we take the low route. For 1,000 breaths, you follow the meandering canal before Emerald pauses and bids you catch your breath. We have some distance to go yet before we reach the Grand Way. We will not have much opportunity to rest safely once we enter the broad field. But even as Embrel mentioned safety, water seeps rapidly from the ground beneath your feet. The cool water rises over your ankles and climbs to your calf. But then, drawing into form, the water recedes from your legs and rises into the shapes of 3 watery elementals. Choose your combat.
Oh, shit, I'll go first.
Is this a bad time to mention that I have no primacy?
Yes. That is not good.
Hey, I got plenty of IS though.
Hey-oh.
I don't think you've used your primacy renewal function that you got at level 4 though, right?
I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
You are so good to me.
Good call, Paul.
I'm gonna do that.
Because the rest of us have. So once we're all out of primacy, we'll be where you're at.
And we're close.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. It's written on my character sheet right there too.
Oh my
Yay,
God.
I don't have to sacrifice my health in order to do things.
And you got rid of the necklace.
Yet.
So
Yeah,
you
so
don't have
next
to worry
time
about
I'll
it.
actually be able to rest and get it all back again. Wow.
Meanwhile, if you will look at
Ooh.
Owlbear, you will find yourselves.
Oh, bear.
All right, Zorik is going first. Who's going second?
I suppose I shall go second unless Vajrahan wants to do some supporty stuffs.
Yeah, maybe I take some supporty stuff second, and then Kava jumps in.
And don't forget that at the top of the round, you can switch if both players are in agreement.
Unless also Fellavaai also wants to do supporty stuffs, then I'll go last.
I think I'm okay with going last because then I can, at that point, determine whether I want to heal or I want to be able to start harming things.
Very
I
good.
like the last position.
Yeah. Good call.
Can I clarify, Ty? This sort of lighter ground that you have on the map, that's like a trench in the ground?
Correct.
Like we're like down a little bit. And so like how high, like how deep are we, I suppose is the question, above the surrounding surface?
You are 25 shins, so 30 some odd feet.
Okay, so this is quite deep, this trench.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, good question. And if we're ready to begin, Zork, you are first.
Okay. I'm going to use my Pendant of Quickness for my first action. And what
Okay.
I want to do is I'm going to use song. I'm going to bang the drum in a beat that sort of rattles the loose earth, the dust that's around on the, because I know there's some water in the little what did you just call it? The little
It's just like a canal.
the little canal, but there's like dust and dirt and stuff around on the higher areas.
Yeah, and the water actually receded into these forms anyway, so it's not
Okay.
stopping.
So I'm going to use the sound waves from the drum to mobilize that dust, and I'm going to try to get the two that are in front of Embrel. I'm going to try to throw sand in their eyes.
Okay.
And have them be bereft. Yeah.
So let's see. Can you reach that full area?
I think I can do 12 by 12, right?
Yes, you can. Yeah, so oops, I didn't mean to draw that on there. So technically, yes, you can put it right between them. And
Okay.
and you can keep Embrel out of it because you could make it it doesn't have to be the full cube.
Okay. Can be like an
So-
irregular.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
or smaller. Let me ask you something else. You said you are using your pendant, so that's your second free die that you're using? did
So
you just mean-
I have 3 dice in my cache, but I'm going to use my extra one, so not my cache,
Gotcha.
to
Okay.
get that up into the air.
And that's your last one because you used it last time as well for this phase, right?
Yep.
Got it.
So they'll have to
All
wait
right.
until the next phase to do this.
Yep.
All right, here we go. That is a 3. Can I use primacy on the pendant?
Yes. What that pendant does, it just gives you an action, and an action is eligible for primacy.
Got it.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. That's actually an interesting question because of this type of attack. But it is we'll call it like a neutral. So go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So I will do that. So dust will sort of rattle up and be thrown into the air, some pocket sand, as it were. Thank you, Raven. Right into their eyes to try to get the that bereft affliction. Now, is that something in future turns that I can use 1 die to keep active?
Trying to keep the sand basically in their eyes.
Yeah,
Exactly. So here's the thing about bereft: they can make a challenge roll. If they succeed, they'll clear it or they'll avoid it. If it's in place, then they have to use an action on their turn to try to clear it. And if they're not successful, it will stay in place already
by itself. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
all right.
So in that case, once it's in place, it's in place.
Okay, perfect.
Here's the challenge roll for both. Yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna believe it.
Double 4s.
I rolled double 4s.
No.
Son of a gun.
1 each.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the game. That's how it happens.
Fling the sand up into their eyes, and they they just see it coming, and they manage to avoid it. Maybe a bit of flush pressing the sand from their eyes.
Well, you know, that was just a distraction because as I keep banging the drum, and with my second action of my turn, I'm going to fire off a sonic attack at the one that's close, that's in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, right in the center. Got it.
And I rolled a 4.
Awesome. All right, so that was a single die attack?
Yep, single die attack.
Yeah, roll your damage as you
4. This die is hot. 4.
Oh. Oh, right on. All right.
And then I have one more I'm holding to help or do something else with, I guess. Yeah, I guess it would be a help action I'd have to use that for, right?
Well, so no, it wouldn't have to be. Okay, so because you used your necklace first, you still have...
Oh, I still have an action.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And you only used 1 die, so that first necklace die didn't even count. So you still have 2 dice available for a 2 die action if you wanted, or you could do a third single die action because of the necklace and still hold 1 of your dice for an assist.
I'll do that. I'm going to hit the other guy, the other one on the far right-hand side with a sonic attack.
Single or double dice?
I'm going to do single die so I can hold on to 1.
All right.
I love this pendant.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's a 2.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to re-roll it.
All right. Spend that primacy.
Come on. Nope. That's also a 2.
All right. Okay. So you first try to throw the sand. They avoid it. Then you use your voice and emanate this shrieking sound, injuring the one as you blow gallons of water off of it. And then you turn and try to attack the second one. And unfortunately, the dust at that point catches up to you and cuts off your airway. You do have 1 held die available for an assist.
Okay.
Very nice. Okay. And that takes us to Vajrahan.
All right. Are we still within the shadow of the volcano at this part, or is the volcano rather far off?
It's far off. You're not too close.
It's far off.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we're down in a trench. What is the sky like, out of curiosity?
The sky
we got clouds and stuff going on, or is it pretty clear, or what's going on?
There aren't many. There are clouds, but they're very high. They are like fingernail streaks across the sky, as if something tried to claw. And otherwise, the sky is this rich salmon pink in color.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to analyze weakness. I suppose if I did area analyze weakness, I could probably snag the 2 on the right side of the map, right in middle.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I'll go for an area analyze weakness against these two guys so that my friend Kava can go nutsos.
All right.
That's a 3-4. I will use primacy for a 4-4. I don't know if there's an exceptional analyze weakness. I don't know if I want to increase the area per se as to like really drive home their weak points.
Why don't we give a +1 to the damage that your allies can inflict?
Yeah, that's what we want to do for sure. That's what it is. So, Kava, there in the midriff, that should be the greatest area, that weakness. And then, you know what? I could hold for an assist, but instead, I am going to sort of channel wind down onto Kava's blade to try and so as she strikes, it kind of disperses or vaporizes this water around.
Wow.
So that's what we're gonna. So it's an empowered attempt. 1 dice, but we're gonna go for it. YOLO. That's a 1. I'll spend 2 primacy to re-roll it because I got primacy for days.
Okay.
That's a 2. So unfortunately, it did not work.
And can I assist?
Sure.
Ooh.
That's me rolling?
That is you. You roll a single D4 primacy.
It's a 3.
Okay.
Bummer. Okay.
So that roll ultimately is a 1, 2, 3, which there was a not effective. However, it was a good try, and that was a single die. So
you can only assist only one time. Can it be
per roll?
It can only be attempted to assist once. That's what I was trying to say.
Per roll. So more than one player can assist on somebody else's same turn, but only once per roll.
Per roll. Got it.
And am I in engagement range with this water elemental to my left? Is that correct?
Where are you? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Then I will not move away as I don't have action to spare to try and get out of that safely.
Okay. Yeah, especially because they have a little bit quite a bit of extra reach.
No doubt. That is my turn.
That's your turn. That takes us to their turn. All right. And because you are right there, Vajrahan, we'll start with you as this. These creatures are 12, let's see, not quite 12. Like 10 shins tall. Again, they're not nearly as big as Lutu, but about 16 feet in height. Let me look at my... Ouch. Elemental. That is a 1/2. I will spend a primacy to prevent the reprisal for that one. And it has 1 die. It will try again. And what it's trying to do, Vajrahan, is it's lunging at you and trying to grab you with a wrestle attack. That is a 4. That is a hit, Vajrahan. You may attempt to avoid it with a challenge roll. This is a challenge roll body.
So good at those. Are you kidding me?
Challenge is a 1 die.
I got a 1. So
okay.
Yeah, I think he successfully wrestles my frail body.
And what
And we can't help with that?
No. What happens when it grabs you, it kind of becomes like amoeba-like for a moment and takes a full water form and engulfs you and brings you up and returns to its bipedal form. And the rest of you see Vajrahan floating around inside of it. Vajrahan, you need...
Suffocating.
Yes, you will. Yes, give me a body challenge again to see how well you can hold your breath.
That's 1 dice, right?
Correct.
Oh, this is so good. A 2. Yeah.
Okay. All right. At the end of your next turn, if you are still floating around, you will suffer 1 injury as you begin to drown. Okay. That is the first one. Okay, I have to put this. Oh, yes. The next one has Emerald and Zorik to choose from. I forgot to roll for Emerald. Emerald is also going to go on this turn. So it attacks Emerald, and that is a complete miss as Emerald deftly steps aside. It then turns its attention with its other attack to Zorik. That is a 3. I will spend a primacy to bump it to a 4. Zorik, please give me a challenge roll body as it attempts to do the same thing to you that it just did to Vashvahan.
4. I got a 4.
Ah, yeah. You, this water slaps against you and it gets you wet. It soaks you like somebody threw a large bucket of water on you, but you break away and step out of it and avoid being clasped. Seeing that happen, this one marches, oops, didn't want to do that, toward Emerald. And strikes with this big watery fist. That is a 4-3, and it will bump it to a 4 to slap Emerald. Ouch. Emerald goes down.
Oh no!
Yeah, just do this one. Bang. And then it shifts slightly. Kava, it doesn't quite close the distance, but with its last die, it will also try to engulf you. That's cocked. That's a 2. It will miss. Vajrahan, I'm going to slip you here on top of that. And that is their turn. It is Emerald's turn. Emerald must make a dying roll. We haven't seen this, I don't think.
A dying roll?
Yeah, that's sketchy.
Uh-huh.
I totally screen captured that Paul's image. Paul, I totally screen captured you when you froze.
All right. So, dying. When a creature's injury scale is reduced to 0, the creature is dying. The player rolls a d4 on the dying table at the start of their next turn and attempts to recover. Primacy with the body discipline applies to these attempts. Dying or stabilized creatures are considered debilitated, but cannot be woken by taking additional injury. So let's see what happens. Emerald suffers 1 failure.
Oh, shoot.
So for perfect clarity, there are 4 attempts allowed to either stabilize and being at unconscious, or to actually recover, or fail, or lose 2 if you roll a 1. Emerald has currently lost 1. And it is Kava's turn.
Alrighty, so right now we just need to kind of do some damage. I'm gonna go ahead and I'd like to use 1 dice to start off to attempt to enhance body. So I'm gonna manifest like my body getting stronger and boofer.
Okay, and a reminder also that the one that is opposing you is you already can do an additional damage and attack at decreased difficulty.
That's a 3. And how many dice do I need to spend to make it a 4? Just 1 or 2?
You mean primacy? Just 1.
Just 1. Ooh, yay! Love that for me. So then I will spend 1 primacy to move that 3 to a 4.
All right. So now you are also hulking out your form to do additional damage. Since you already have increased difficulty.
Yep, plus 1 damage factor. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and use. Oh, you know what? Let's use both dice for this attack. Why not? Let's just go for it.
Are you using your sword, which is another?
Yes, I'm actually using my sword for one of the first times, I think.
So let's just clarify everything. You have a decreased difficulty to hit and a plus 3 on damage if you hit.
Oh, chicken
minimum.
And I have a help die if we need it.
I also haven't gone yet, so I can help too.
That is a 4 and a 2.
Okay.
Can I help?
Yeah, you still can if it's all right.
I'd like to. Is that cool? I'd like to help you out. Okay.
Thank you.
I didn't help you out very much. That's a 2.
It's okay. You tried. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
So here's the fun thing. That assist still gives Kava recovery in addition to hitting. So Kava, you may roll 1d4 plus 3 to hit. And
That's a 4.
all right, so 7 max damage. Fantastic. 7 damage, and you may choose a recovery option.
Quick question, rules question, Ty.
Yes.
A recovery option possibly also includes a support you could gain, right? So she
Yes.
could gain an empower and make that a +4 to her damage, yeah?
She's already empowered.
Oh, she's...
So then
It's-
which
but
one
it's
do
the
I
reason.
not have? If I'm doing damage factor, empowered, what am I missing then?
As far as your damage?
Know that I can stack on top of these, quote unquote, like that I can.
With the recovery?
You can also gain
what
a
can I get?
primacy or an injury scale.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I'd love to do a
Yeah.
primacy then.
Okay.
Primacy, please.
Okay. As far as what you could invoke as a status effect on yourself, though, it's the list of status effect. What's the word I'm looking for?
Supports?
Supports.
Yeah,
thank
like
you.
hail
on
or obscured or
page
those sort of
24.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Popped right to it. Awesome. I'll mark that actually too.
But you're taking primacy right now, recovery,
Yes, taking one
You got it.
primacy.
and you hit for 7. Awesome. And that is your turn, or are you staying put?
Yeah, at this point, I'm just doing the best that I can to fend them off from Umbral's body.
Emerald, okay. You got it. And it is Fellavaai's turn.
So, I'm gonna heal Emerald.
Okay.
I think like as they had like emerged from the ground and there was that sudden adrenaline rush, the magic or connection to the void or the connection to whatever empowers us just instantly flooded through her, allowing her to have much more primacy than she did before. And using that and seeing Emerald fall to the ground, just surging as much as she can to having these memories of Emerald, of moving, of him being so supportive during the time when she was trying to let go and say goodbye. And just remembering the times when he was healthy and whole and trying to bring forth that from the void.
Got
And
it.
I will use 2 of my dice. I get a 1 and a 4. So then I only heal him 1.
Okay. Well, it's something. He's not dying.
Is something. Is he also afflicted?
Yes.
Because whenever you go down, you're afflicted with that. But it'd be much better to get him up than to just take away the affliction while he is still dying.
Yeah, there's not really much to remove if he's dying.
Yeah, that's a great point. You see, these are great points, Ty. I think as that little bit of bleeding stops, of at least slows, and he starts to rouse a bit to consciousness, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
Am I within the range of this fella? How do
I think so. They have, yeah. They have
definitely.
16-foot reach.
Yikes. I'll stay within the reach, but try and move over here.
Are you trying to avoid getting into the reach of the other one?
Yeah.
So you might want to move a little bit more to the left. Yeah.
I found a nice little rock here. I think I'm gonna hold on to this last dice.
Okay, so you scramble up this. You know what? Because that is a high wall.
Do I need to?
Yeah, you're more like this square right here is
Okay.
where you go up to. Yeah. And you still have how many dice? You still have one?
I have one, but I think I'm going to hold on to that.
Okay. So that's your turn. Takes us back to Zorik.
Okay, does Kava have the shield?
I have the shield.
All right, I'm just
Fellavaai
gonna
has the shield.
I'm gonna turn to you and say, "Shield."
Can I
she
do
give me the
that?
Can she give me the shield as a free action or something?
Or with the one dice that I have?
If you have an action left, you still have an action. It's a spend
Okay.
option to activate the shield. But as Zorik, are you calling for it?
Yeah, I want the shield. I'm like reaching out. Shield.
Okay. So yeah, do you want to hand it off then, Fellavaai, as you pass?
Yeah, I trust Zorik with my life explicitly.
Okay.
So-
All right. So you slide it over before you scramble up that side of the trench.
Okay, and then I'm going to run with the shield, and I'm going to get right next to Emerald, and I'm going to raise the shield above us.
Mhm.
I assume these things are like looking down at us from both inside the canal and on the edge of the canal. So I'm going to put it up, and I'm going to activate it over the top of us to give us like a canopy, a protective canopy over the top of us.
Are you activating the bunker, or are you just using the shield?
I'm activating the bunker.
Okay. That sounds so awesome. All right. So we will.
And that takes one action dice to do that. Did you say? Or
Correct.
it
That is
two?
a spend
that's
option.
one.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep.
So I still have another action.
Correct.
All right. So with that action, then, I will. I will then also sonic attack the one that is directly to my right.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna use. Do I have to say I'm gonna use both of my dice, or can I throw one and then throw the other one to support it if it's not a success?
Yeah, you have to commit. You have
Declare.
to commit
Yeah.
your yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's what I thought. I'm gonna use both because I think this is important.
Got it.
All right. Here we go.
Remember
I'm-
that you only need 3s.
Okay, then I have a 3 and a 2. I'm gonna bump the 2 to a 3 and do double 3s.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So double 3s are still a standard damage, even at decreased difficulty, but you also get recovery still.
Oh, very cool. All right. So standard damage, I get recovery, so I'm gonna take primacy, so that stays the same. And then damage is going to be 3 points.
Okay. +1, or did you count the +1 for the enhanced?
Nope, he did not for the weakness.
Oh,
It's plus
yeah.
1 to
So-
damage.
So one more, 4.
Okay, 4.
Woo.
Nice. All right.
That's my turn, and all my dice.
That is a successful turn, no doubt about it. And Vajrahan, as a reminder, when it gets to be your turn, it is your turn. If you
One
don't
injury?
maintain that,
I will maintain the weakness. It's way too good not to maintain. I'll also take the 1 injury from suffocating inside of this watered
it's
body.
technically at the end of your turn, so you can wait
Oh,
on
okay.
that in case it affects anything. You can act first.
It probably won't, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my left arm towards his left arm, my right arm towards his right arm, and my 2 legs down towards his legs, and controlling elemental, I'm going to steer this elemental like a water mecha suit towards
Oh,
the
wow.
other water elemental now that I'm
Wow.
inside of it.
That is
Right? He's made of
phenomenal.
water, yeah?
He is, yeah.
You are inside him.
Wow. Okay. That is
I mean,
crazy.
maybe he can make a body check or something to resist
Yeah,
it,
he's
but
definitely going to get a challenge because you're essentially forcing movement.
yeah, it's a 3-1. I'll go ahead and bump that 3 to a 4 for a success
Okay.
with a primacy.
I got a 1. So you may move the target 16 feet
can I move him over to his buddy and just like wrestle him? Like I'm grappled inside this guy. Can I grapple the other water elemental with this water elemental into one, I don't know, giant congealed thing?
Wrestle is a body attack. So
how would you like me to deal with that? I don't have any more action dice. This is all just kind of part of my 1/4 elemental.
So essentially, it is a separate attack type, so you wouldn't be able to do it yet, but you can move over there.
Okay. I will go ahead and move him right next to his buddy, kind of bop into him if possible. Just steering my way over.
Let's see. We'll keep you up outside of the trench. Stepping over Fellavaai, moving into his proximity. You don't even have to move completely next to him because of your reach, but we can.
That's okay. I kind of want him right there. Yeah.
All right. And those are all of your actions?
Yeah, that's all of my actions, and I took the one suffocating damage.
Yes. Okay, you got it. All right. So, yeah, this is an interesting challenge for this elemental because it is not completely controlled. You're literally just overpowering it, forcing it with your control.
So cool.
But you're inside it as well. So I think what it's going to do is it's going to try and expel you because it doesn't like the fact that you're moving it against its will.
So many bad things that you don't want to say it.
I think it's gonna throw you out of its form. It's gonna try to throw you out of its form, which is also a forced movement. If you don't want to go, you can challenge to try to stay in.
Yeah, what is that? Can I use element to challenge it? Since I'm an element and it's an elemental?
It's a body challenge because it's a forced movement.
Well, let's see what it gets, and then I'll decide if I want to try.
I got double 3s, so I'm going to bump it to a 4 to try and force you out. You can now challenge if you
I'll
wish.
try and challenge. Why not? Okay. It's worth it. Nope, that's a 1. It definitely like.
Can I assist? It's challenge. I can't assist on a challenge, can I?
No, I don't think you can. I'd have to look it up actually.
I think I've asked that already.
I think did you use your 1 save dice action to hand off the shield though?
That's a great question.
That was a free action.
Oh, that was free. Okay.
Fantastic.
Nice. Challenge.
I would love to see this water elemental mecha fight.
I could always reroll. Can you use primacy on? Oh no, it's body challenge. I can't use primacy on body.
Yeah.
No, you could use a key point, but that wouldn't allow you to reroll.
What would a key point do?
Change the die, the outcome.
It's like primacy.
Oh, it's just to bump it by 1. Gotcha.
It's like primacy, but you can use it for any discipline, even if you don't have it, which is kind of cool.
That makes sense.
But technically, you could also use it for in the case where you do use primacy and it didn't work, because the rule says you can use it for any role that you cannot normally use it for. All right, where's our challenge roll?
I think that's correct. I don't know. I don't think she can help me with challenge.
Minute challenge rolls are free rolls. Do not count against dice cast. Successful challenge or manifestation.
Page are you on, Ty?
12 and 13.
Okay.
But that's just for the challenge roll. Assist also. Assist rolls.
Assist rolls do not apply.
There you go. Thank you.
Yep.
I didn't think so.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's mono.
That's okay.
So
he used like a lot of his action to repel me out, so hopefully he's kind of dud.
What happens, however, for you... Where'd you go?
I think I'm under, yeah.
He's actually going to expel you into the canal, which is a longer fall.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so we're talking... 3d4.
Oh no.
That could be bad.
That is 7. 7 injuries as you are spit out and
Armor
fall.
effect would come into play, though, right?
Yes, it would. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And that
All right,
will absorb 1
I go down into the pit.
into the pit.
no.
You're still conscious?
I am. Yeah, I have
You're
4
still-
injury chart
okay.
left still.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those risk-reward situations. And it still has 1 attack left, 1 die. So it's going to spin around on Fellavaai. Try to swallow you up. That is a 2. That will not be enough, even if it uses primacy. So it is now the middle one's turn. And it's going to jump down into the pit. Vajrahan, sorry, I think it's going to try and stomp on you when it jumps down.
Naturally.
But I'll use 1 die for that. That's a 3. Gotta bump it to a 4. Just strategy. That's 2. Actually, it's going to be more than that. I think this might knock you out.
I do have 1 armor factor.
Corral, that's right. That's right. 2 on the die has a damage factor of 2. So that is 3.
So I'd be 1 I have 1 injury chart left.
Yeah. You have not been imprinted.
Not yet.
And then,
Almost.
and then it slams down on the bunker. And that's a high failure. So Zork, since it's your bunker, why don't you roll reprisal? I'm not going to spend primacy on that.
I've never done a reprisal. Is that 1d4?
It's 2d4.
2d4. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay, new roll. Oh, that's a 4 and a 3. Can I do something to bump that? No.
No, reprisal's actually an agnostic roll.
Oh. How convenient.
But it does cause 1 injury. As water splashes all over the place, it comes through the arrow slits and splashes in there a little bit, but the elemental calls out in injury, in pain. And
Can I hold out my water skin and capture some of the water?
Sure.
We're gonna need that later.
And then the third one also will attack the structure. That's 3-1. I'll bump it to a 4. It will hit for 5. The structure will absorb 2 and suffer 3 damage. So if you will track 3 on the structure of its 20, and then it will use its second attack, and that is a natural hit for another 3, which will do 1 more point.
So 4 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's down to 13.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
And it is now Embril's turn. Embril's like, oh, I was so excited about becoming strong like the rest of you, but I'm feeling faint, and I continue to succumb to these injuries.
Stay close to me, Embril.
And he peers out through the peephole and fires a gout of flame through it. And that hits for 3. And let's see here, 3.
Remember that they're 1 less value to hit and 1 more damage.
Correct. Thank you very much. So Embril will use primacy to bump the 2 to a 3 for. Well, no, it won't matter because he already hit. So, but that does manage to do extra damage, which is very effective. All right. Very cool. And now it is Kava's turn.
I like that Vajrahan's getting beat on, so I'm going to, while we're under this enclosure, I'm going to pick up one of the rocks that is right there, and I'm going to turn towards the one that is attacking Vajvahan, like right behind us. So the one kind of like in the middle.
Okay.
And in its direction, I'm going to do, it's a sonic attack, but I'm going to take the rock that I have and I'm going to smack it into the sword in the direction of the creature. And it's just going to be 1 dice to see if this hits.
Cool.
Chicken nuggets, that's a 1. The rock isn't strong enough and breaks apart and crumbles in my hand. And you know what? Instead, I'm going to just come out from under the enclosure slightly and take a swing at it with my 2 remaining dice.
Real quick, are you going to risk the reprisal?
Risk the reprisal, remind me.
You rolled a high failure right there, so there's a chance you could take 1 injury.
I
Do
will help.
Reprisal, you cannot.
Can I help?
But you want with the roll, you can with the initial.
Yes.
Yes.
3.
Oh yeah, that'll hit because of
Lower difficulty.
because of the.
That's what we're talking about, Vashvahan.
All right, Kava. So you can do standard damage plus 1. You are still empowered, but this is a song attack, not your body, so it's the plus 1 from Vajvahan.
Ooh, that's a 4 plus 1.
Awesome. 4 total?
Yes. And I'm just trying to essentially get its attention and hope it'll turn to me. And even before it turns to me, I'm still going to try and slice it with my 2 remaining dice.
You got it.
Thank y'all for your help. Oh, that was a 4 and a 3. That's a 4 and a 3. Spending primacy to make that double 4s.
But double 4s will give you high success, and that is with your sword. So that is plus 3 plus 2. That's 1d4 plus 5 on this strike, where you highlighting the power of the land plaque.
That's another 4. Let's freaking go.
All right. What happens when you slice into this thing? How does it look when it goes down?
Oh gosh. Okay. So I can hear Vajvahan's, like, he's crying out for help as he's about to get like pummeled by 2 of these creatures. I slide out from under after you hear this clang. I'm gonna like slide out, slice its Achilles so it comes down to its knees, and then I'm gonna take a few running jumps and I'm gonna slam the sword into its back.
Wow. All right. And you just like Jello as it disintegrates into a massive puddle. Splash, and it falls down. It falls and spreads out at the bottom of the canal in about like 6 inches deep water, ankle deep water, 6 knuckles deep at the bottom of this canal, and it is dead.
With my remaining movement, I will then run in front of the Vajvahan and place myself in front of him towards the other creature, and that's where I'll end my turn.
All right, awesome. And that takes us to Fellavaai.
That's so cool. That's so fucking cool. I think seeing how hurt Vajvahan is and wanting nothing more than to get him away from the situation, I'm going to try and use his shadow to open up a rift directly under him solely for his shape. And try to teleport him into the sanctuary that Zorik has made.
Oh, interesting. Let's just read that description of teleport real quick.
Please, because I have not read it. I just have this lovely common manifestations list here on the character sheet in case you haven't taken a look at it, folks. It's very nice to have reminders of what you can do.
Okay. Success allows the manifester to move a distance equal to its, so it's a self or targeted. Okay. Move a distance equal to its maximum affected area as a separate movement type. Teleportation ignores natural barriers such as fissures or holes, waterways, and the like. High success doubles the AA distance, or alternatively allows the manifester to bring one adjacent target with them. All right.
Sounds good.
So go ahead and go ahead and try to teleport Vajvahan into the enclosure.
A 3 and a 1. I'll put the 3 to a 4.
Now you can move Vajvahan 16 feet. So let's make sure you've got that range. Oh yeah.
And
Oh
I think-
yeah.
What it feels like is suddenly the ground kind of gives way under you, and you see Kava just grow slightly distant as everything around the earth that you saw just darkens and is black, the darkest black you've ever seen, until your silhouette closes and suddenly reopens and you're back next to Zorik, next to Emerald on the ground.
I think Vajvahan thinks he's being like sucked down into some sort of drain, essentially, because all this water is now around him, and he's like, ah! And then he's like, oh, Zorik.
You're okay. I'm just going to kind of
oh,
gently touch his shoulder. You're fine, I think.
And then you suddenly realize that Vajvahan is there, sorry, where Kava was just a minute ago. Although you knew Kava had stepped out, and then bam, there's Vajvahan.
And then I think for my remaining dice, I'm going to try and make myself invisible. Because I am
vulnerable right now.
scared. So we'll see. So that's a 1. So I'm gonna spend 2 primacy to try and re-roll that. Come on, I need something better than a 1. A 3! And I'm gonna use a key point
There you go.
to bump it to a 4.
You got it. Fantastic. All right. Yes.
Yeah, I think the shadow of the rock, the shadow that this elemental is casting, her own, she finds a spot within that and seems to just meld to it.
Very cool. Very cool. You are now obscured from sight.
Does this mean I can try and move and not take a reprisal?
Yeah, so what it means is, yes, you could try to move and not take a reprisal. The creature in the area might notice, but it's a decreased difficulty or an increased difficulty for them to notice. So like if you move and kick a stone or make a sound or something, they may still notice. But do you want to move?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the other side of this rock. Just so that I'm not where it saw that I was previously.
Okay. This Colossus snorts and looks down in your direction. But you know what? Yeah. I am going to make a reprisal, but it's going to have to be a high success for it to have any... That's not even close.
Okay, thank God.
Swings down at you and just is nowhere near as you scuttle over that side of the rock. And it is pretty good. Yeah.
And the last thing I'll do is call out to Kava or Zorik and just, please help them!
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
And it's Zorik's turn.
Okay. The bunker is stationary. It doesn't move, right? Once it's deployed, or can I move it? Yeah. Okay. So it's in. Okay. All right. I am going to. There's one looming over the top of us.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's kind of below our tokens has been defeated. Correct.
Yes, that's got that dead token on it right there.
Okay, gotcha. And all right, so I am going to, I'm gonna go ahead and do a sonic attack again on the guy that's closest to us, which I think is at a decreased difficulty.
The one in front of you, yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. And plus 1 damage.
And plus 1 damage. All right, here we go. That is a 3 and a 2. If I go 3-3, is that a high success? No, it's not. That happened last time.
Right.
It's just a normal success. So
with recovery, yeah.
Yep. Which, unless I wanted to do something, no, I'm just gonna keep the 3. Yep. So that's a success, and I roll a 2 on the die, so 3 damage.
Okay. Good.
And then I'm gonna hold my second, my last action die. I have a second action and 1 die. I'm going to hold on to that.
All right. And it's so that takes us to Vajrahan's turn.
All right. Ty, question for you.
Yeah.
An area effect, could it be a sort of... Okay, so what I kind of want to do, this channel is exactly 8 feet wide, correct?
Yeah.
So could I kind of pull both sides of the channel, smashing in on both sides, which would be like a 4x4 square of this channel collapsing in on this elemental from both sides? While maintaining my weakness, so that I could have a easier success?
Right. So what you're trying to do is the crushed status effect. So this is a status attack.
Oh, what would crushed do?
Crushed would immobilize it, and it would. I think it begins to suffocate. Crushed status effect. Crushed. Any creature that becomes crushed is immobilized, suffers 1 injury at the end of its turn each round, and cannot stabilize until the effect ends. It's not suffocating, it's just being crushed.
And so it also says that they would have a decreased difficulty scale, but you can't have double decreased difficulty scale, right?
Because of immobilize?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, you can't double it.
Okay.
Difficulty scales, yeah, doesn't stack.
So then the other question I have is, can I potentially, once again using water element, debilitate it by forcing its legs and arms back into its body, so it's just sort of a spherical round water elemental with no ability to strike us?
As a different kind of attack, you mean?
Yeah, like using elemental to force all of its limbs back into its torso, so it's just kind of like a round globule of water.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different sort of status effect, but if you want to try to do that...
I definitely do. Is this
an increase based on the weakness? It wouldn't debilitate. It would be,
no?
Probably a hobble or immobilize, depending on what you're trying to do.
Hobble decreases its chance of success, right?
On physical attacks, yeah. Physical actions.
Are their attacks physical or are they elemental based?
Well, they're elemental based, but they are physical in nature.
Physical in nature. Okay, then I'll go ahead and try and hobble this guy by like forcing his legs and arms to be all stubby into his body. Is this increased chance of succeeding because of the weak analysis that I'm maintaining?
The analysis still counts. They do get a challenge.
All right. So that's a 2-1. I will. You know what? Why not? I'm gonna. Oh, do I want? I think I might want to re-roll both. I could bump the 2 up, but I'm gonna re-roll both because I think I can get a 3-4 somewhere in here.
Okay.
That's a double 4. Can he be debilitated?
Let's see if he can
compact him right into just a round spherical orb.
Okay, so you rolled double 4s.
Yes.
I rolled a 3.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Let me see his stat block. Here's what's going to happen. Because you are trying to manipulate the element of its form, I rolled a 3. I'm going to allow it to use the discipline of element to resist it.
Okay.
However, you can bump one of your 4s to a 5 and still succeed.
Well, I had already used my primacy, but could I use a key point to bump one up to a 5?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Okay, I will use my key point then to maintain it so it continues to be hobbled on a high success.
So basically, yeah, you bump one of the 4s to a 5. So instead of the doubles, you're just overriding the successful challenge.
Yes.
And it is, not only is it easier to attack, but it is hobbled, which is gonna be like...
So, quick question, Ty, rules-wise. So
Yeah.
a challenge, even if you get a 4 on a challenge versus a double 4, you're not required to get a 5?
Right.
Okay.
Yes,
Interesting.
because it's a 1 die roll,
Gotcha.
Primacy does apply, but the 4 trumps any other 4s, and that's where the 5s come into effect.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yep, then I'll go ahead and use the key point to bump it to a 5 and hobble him
All right.
into a sort of like midget water elemental. Is all
Yeah, it drops from 16 feet to about 12 or 10. Still pretty big, but it's kind of
Less
a funny
so.
effect. Yeah, and a bit disorienting for the creature as well.
I kind of imagine those cats who have the stubby legs and they're trying to like paw at something. Anyways, okay, that's my turn.
Okay, so that was Vajrahan. It is the Colossus, the Elemental's turn. Kava, you've got this one. It's going to drop down as well. Boom. So the way that works, it's going to drop 25, but it can jump 16. So it does risk a little bit of injury. Not much, but a little bit. And that is the first time it has been injured. And then it attacks you, and it tries to scoop you up into its form. That is a 3-4, which is enough. You may make a challenge roll body to avoid being wrestled.
Is this 1 dice or 2?
Challenge roll is 1 die. 1 die does not come out of your cache, and body applies. Primacy.
That is a 2.
Okay. You are sucked up into its form, and you now are floating around inside of it. And we'll need to make another challenge roll. Yes.
What if I had a key point?
That would only, you rolled a 2, so the best you could do is bump it to a 3, which wouldn't be enough for the challenge.
Roger.
And I need you to make another body roll to see if you can hold your breath.
That's 1.
Okay. At the end of your next turn, if you are still floating around inside this thing, you will suffer 1 drowning.
Kava doesn't know how to swim. So literally like that moment when they hit water and they're freaking out. They are just...
Yeah. On the verge of inhaling. And with that, it has 1 die left. So it's going to march over to the structure with Kava floating around inside of it and slam on the structure with its single die attack. That is a 1.
Oh, it says don't tap on the glass.
I'm going to
use a primacy to bump it. Yeah, just to avoid that risk because it's hasn't done much primacy. And then the one across that is reduced in size is going to also hammer at increased difficulty against the structure. It does still... Wait, that's a 4. I bump it to a 5, so it does hit the structure. For 5, the structure absorbs 2 and takes 3 Zorix. So if you want to mark 3 more off of your shield structure... I think that takes it down to about 10.
Yes, it's at 10 right now.
Okay. I'll spend the primacy. And it will hit again with its 1 die. That is a 1. I'll spend another primacy just to avoid the reprisal. And it is Embril's turn. Embril will shoot more flame at it. That is a 4-1. Embril hits. For 3, 4, just a little bit. Oh, yeah. Water is raining off of this thing like blood, like a rainstorm of water falling off of its form from the damage that it's taken. It is still up. It is Kava's turn.
All right. Still got one in front. No, I'm stuck. I'm stuck inside. I can't breathe. I'm freaking out. Oh, you know what? I want to try and do a sonic attack while I'm inside this thing to try and disperse the water and weaken it in hopes that I can get myself free.
Yeah, we'll give this a
screaming on purpose.
it'll be a decreased difficulty because you are in it.
I'm gonna use 2 dice for this first one in hopes that I can do something. Ooh, that's a 3 and a 1, but I will spend primacy. Oh,
Well,
right. Silly Kayla.
So you may roll d4 on your damage.
That's a 4.
Phenomenal.
What a warrior.
All right. Now you do have 1 die left. Do you want to try and escape this wrestle, or do you want to do something else? Because if you don't escape it, you're going
I'm gonna try and break out of it.
Yeah.
That is a 3.
Okay. It's a challenge roll, so you may apply primacy for body if you wish.
I do wish. I wish.
Okay.
I wish to not be a fish anymore.
Yeah, you figure out how to swim. Because the structure is on the other side of you, I'm going to spit you out over here. You swim out its leg and inhale just before you started drowning. You do not take the damage. And it is Fellavaai's turn.
Oh boy. Are Vashvahan and Emerald still on 1, respectively?
Well, you don't have sight of them anymore.
And I have to have sight. Okay.
You have to have sight, yes.
Well, hey, if there's nothing hurting them, then I can heal them all I want. So I'm going to use one of my dice to keep up the invisibility, unless it really doesn't matter anymore. I just don't want to get targeted. Then
Well, it helps prevent you from being targeted or from being attacked if
is
you
it
are
only attacking?
No.
Okay. Just prevents me from being targeted. I'll decide that in a second, because I don't have to decide until the end of my turn, right?
Decide what? Oh, to hold it? No, you don't have to decide right yet.
Okay, great. Then I will use 2 dice to dig out the ties from my bag, and almost like strings of shadow, like a puppet, extends from them to Kava's shadow, and I'm going to separate it from her so that it appears next to her, and
All right.
we'll just start wailing on it.
Go ahead and attempt that manifestation, please.
Hopefully. Right, yeah, I have to actually manifest it first. Oh no. Hey, that's double 1s.
Okay. As you try to quickly get these threads together and kind of throw them towards Kava's shadow. Kava?
Is there any way I can assist with my key point?
No. Assist is a die.
Dang it.
You have to have an assist die.
I appreciate
Okay.
that, though.
Do you wish to reroll, or are you going to take that result?
Oh, yeah, because I can use 2 primacy to reroll 1, right? I'm gonna do that. I'll do it.
Alright.
Why not? I got primacy to burn. I'm sure this won't backfire ever. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And it's a 1-2.
Okay. Okay, well, that does backfire.
Yeah.
And you take 1 injury as...
Isn't it-
Okay.
Double 1 prevents reprisal.
But Fellavaai reroll.
I re-rolled 1 and
changed
I
the
got a
result.
2.
Oh, to a 2. I thought it was another 1. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
That was
changed it to a
sadly.
2-1, so high failure. And you do suffer 1 injury in the effort as you strain and try to draw, and it's almost like the environment is just different enough that you can't find that familiar sweet spot of manifesting energy, and it causes like a blood vessel to burst.
I also think that like seeing the ties again, holding them, remembering everything, just allows me to not be able to focus enough to do it either. Now the question is, do I want to do 1 dice to try and do it again?
1 dice to do what again?
To try and manifest the shadow again. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Who needs to be invisible?
Awesome.
Ooh, a 3, which I'm gonna use the privacy to bump to a 4.
All right. So bam. There you go.
After having that like sharp bit of pain of trying to connect to it, brings me back to my senses and allows me to focus and connect to her shadow and separate it.
Bam, Kava, you feel this weird like skin peel of sensation as your shadow pops up next to you, separate from your body. Fellavaai, that is all of your turns, but your shadow may attack.
Yes. Gonna roll 2. 1 and a 3. And it isn't a lower difficulty, I don't think, right?
Not a decreased difficulty, no.
Yeah. So,
All right, so it does miss.
Does miss.
And that is the end of the round. The battle's going along well, but it's not over yet. We are a little over time from break. Why don't we take a break real quick, get ourselves recollected, and then we can finish this battle when we come back.
That sounds
good.
brilliant. Thank you so much, Ty and friends, players, and all of you in the chat for hanging out with us. We will be back in just a couple of minutes, so hang tight. Let's jump back into it. Ty, back to you.
Well, it is back to you because it's the top of the order.
Oh,
Zord.
shit. Oh,
yes.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. So what I would like to do is I am going to attempt to use the Phantasm, which is a mind discipline manifestation. And I am going to try and manifest an excruciatingly bright flash of light right above the bunker. So we'll all be shielded from it, but the Colossi, I'm hoping that it will essentially cause them to be confused or distracted, something like that. I'm not sure how that works because those aren't status effects in and of themselves. They're...
I mean, theoretically, it could be bereft.
Is that the one where it takes away some of their dice? No, that's afflicted.
No, bereft would make them at an increased difficulty for actions relying on sight, if that's the sense you want to go after.
Let's do that. Yeah, that makes
No.
thematic sense. Yep.
There are a couple of specifics here, though, that are potentially could interfere with what you're trying to do. A, if it's an area effect, you have to see where you're targeting. And if the area overlaps where you all are, you all would be affected because it's a mind. You're thinking in terms of being physical and being blocked by the structure, but it's not. It's mental. It's entirely an illusion.
Oh, I want it to be physical.
Right. Which would be an elemental effect.
I don't have that discipline.
But you could throw it. You could definitely throw it into the mind of at least one of the targets by just looking through the arrow slits or the peepholes, because you can see your target.
Yeah, okay. That sounds cool. I'm going to do the one that's to the left of all of us.
Okay, so you scuttle back to the back and...
Yep.
Okay. All right, so make your manifestation. Well, they do get a challenge, but they do not have mind.
So I think I'm going to roll 2 dice on this.
All right.
Double ones.
Ah. All right. Well, it doesn't manifest. It doesn't harm you. Double one's the bit.
Still have one die left.
You do. So you have one die with an associated action, or
the double ones give me recovery, though, correct?
No, not one. The benefit of double ones is that you don't suffer or face reprisal.
Yep. Okay, got it. All right, I'm gonna use my last action die to try to do this.
All right.
Yep. Same thing. I really want this to happen. That's a 3, and I will bump it with primacy to a 4. But they get to challenge it, right?
You get a challenge, but I have to roll a 4. I rolled a 1. Bam.
Okay.
All right. So this one, which is hardly injured, grabs its eyes and roars out. And Kava and Fellavaai, you see it acting strangely, and you're not sure what happened. There it is.
But you do hear Zork say, "I got it!"
Yeah. Awesome.
Zork
did something. Yes.
Now, is that something that I can use a action die on my next turn to maintain? Or would I have to...
No, this is the situation where it's the creature's under the... well, yeah, you could maintain it as long as the creature doesn't reject it as an action of their own.
Got it. Okay.
So as long as they're under that effect, because it's a manifestation, you can keep it going so it doesn't fade.
All right. We'll see what happens. Yep. That's my turn.
It is Vajrahan's turn.
Vajrahan's turn is very simple. He is maintaining Stubby Armed Water Elemental. He's maintaining the weak point. And he yells to Embrel. Well, no, he kind of mutters.
Embrel, focus it down. It is close. I shall stoke your flames.
Awesome. So this is
my last action
for assist.
Or assist.
It wouldn't be a held action because you used it to maintain 2 different manifestations.
So I have 3 dice, though, right? It's 1 for manifestation to maintain?
Just to clarify terminology, it wouldn't be a held action. It would only be an assist.
Perfect. That's fine. Yep.
Okay. All right. Awesome. It takes us to the third turn order, and it is the Colossi go first. So Stubby is just going to wail on this structure again. That's a 4-1, so it does hit for 4 points.
Stubby, it needs to use primacy, no, to hit?
Oh,
it's that disadvantage.
Yeah, so it will do that. It's at increased difficulty, yeah. For 4 points, the structure takes 2, absorbs 2, and takes 2. Dave?
Got it. We're down to 8.
Okay, hanging in there. Uses the primacy.
That shield is clutch, by the way.
It's cool, yeah. As long as it doesn't it's welcome.
We'd have 2 potentially dead friends without it.
Yeah. So the thing I need to be aware of is if we're at 8 right now, if it goes to 0, it's destroyed. Is that right?
Correct.
So can I what do you call it? Cancel it?
Spend. It's a spend.
I think it's an action.
Spend option, yeah.
Okay, got it.
You have to have a die in an action, but you can do that as a spend.
All right.
However, Stubby hits again. That's a 3, and even with primacy, it's not going to be enough. So Stubby does not impact it. Oh, what is the other one going to do? It's shaking its head.
You should run.
Yeah, I think it's tempted to run. Oh, wow. It clambers up the side and tumbles off into across the distance.
Reprisal rolls?
Oh.
Yeah, that's 2 reprisals, so you can both roll 2d4.
They're also at increased chance to hit because it's bereft, right? Blinded also gives decreased.
Reprisal is not actually an action. It's an agnostic effect, but I let the players roll for it. So
3 and a
Fellavaai-
4.
Okay, so that's 1 injury. Kava, please roll a reprisal.
That's a 2.
It's 2 dice because it's reprisal.
Oh, chicken nuggets. My bad. That is double 2s.
All right. So it does take 1 injury as it stumbles off, and it snaps back like at its haunch, but it continues to run as it is not happy with the situation. And then it is Embril's turn. And with Stubby right in front, Embril's going to continue to do the flame. The Gout of Flame, that is a 4-2 for Embril. That is...
I will assist by bringing in air through one end and fueling his flame as he sparks it out his other end, just to see if I can get him a double success. Who knows? That's a 3. Never mind.
So close.
Oh, yeah, that would have helped him succeed if he had failed because of the decreased difficulty, but it's not a high success. It is, however, for 5 points by Embril, reduced to 3, which is enough.
Is that +1 from my weak point?
Includes the +1, yep. As Embril torches this creature and it evaporates into just a faint bit of water on the bottom of the trench. And you have succeeded in defeating 3 more colossi.
Oh. Fellavaai's shadow is snapping back to Kava, and they are sliding back down to rush over to Embril and Vajvahan.
Okay. Excellent. And yes, so Zorik, you close the bunker.
I'll cancel the bunker. Yep. And just look over at Embril. Are you okay? Vajvahan, are you okay?
Vajvahan just kind of sits down cross-legged in like waist-deep water that now fills the channel. And he just kind of starts meditating as he's very boogered up.
Kava, Fellavaai. He's going to look like, because he didn't know what happened to Fellavaai. He couldn't see what was happening to Kava. He looks over like super worried.
Embril also takes a knee. I felt better moments ago before this all happened. Oh yes.
I'm gonna do my thing. At least try to. 1 and a 4 for Embril, which would be 4 healing.
Ooh,
and then 4 and a 2 for Vajvahan, which will be 4 healing.
Hey, wow.
Power of the void.
We'll take it.
Kava, are you
Vajvahan's
okay?
almost at full life.
Surprisingly, yes, I'm practically unscathed. So if anybody needs any healing, I held up the tincture that I still have to 2 of 4.
Embril says, save it. I'm almost just a crick left. I'm all right.
I think we're going to need to find a place to rest.
I agree.
You know of such a place, Embril, nearby? Have you been this way before?
Yes. If we can get there unmolested, I think we will find. Let us try quickly.
Indeed. These elementals, they were also colossi, or are they some other thing?
Which Vajbahan?
These water creatures we just fought, are they a colossi as well?
Yes, they are the water elementals. They are representative of the element of water, but they are part of the major denizens.
I've only seen the rock ones, so I wasn't quite sure if these water ones were in alignment with those.
It seems Yes, it seems they are working for the Overlord. That is my assumption.
If we are having such a reception out here in the wastelands, I'm sorry if that's offensive. If we're being met already by the welcoming parties of the Overlord here, what are we to expect when we arrive at the Citadel? They know we're coming. They keep sending more of their warriors, capable they may be, or not so capable. I don't know, but I'm concerned that we're walking into something that we may not be able to manage.
I won't repeat the words of Amush, who did express similar concern, and I have as well, because it is what you've seen is what it is. But you are.
Yet you have joined us nonetheless, Embro. That says a lot about your courage.
It's a sort of tradition of the Umbral. We take in visitors who don't know what they're in for to help. Our advice would have been not to pursue this, but we could tell, I could tell, I think even Amush could tell that you are not mere interlopers in Umult, but that you came here with intention and power of your own. The risk remains. I'm surprised your friend Lutu didn't express the dangers.
They did, but we had no context for what it meant. We have grown in our abilities since we have arrived here. I've felt a surge. I imagine my companions have as well. We will need to be fully capable when we arrive in this place. Perhaps taking advantage of subterfuge and stealth to find our way to the inner sanctum, as it were.
I agree, and I think that this is the right conversation and the right time to have before we get there. We are some distance yet. We have time.
Yes, let us hurry to the place where we might rest. And Zorik, do remember that every once in a while the Umbral, like Emperil here, does become the imprinter, even for a great overlord, as they shared with us. It is doable.
I wish to become as powerful as you all. Although I think it would take me some time.
Embril, if you dedicate yourself to a thing, you may achieve it. But with great power comes great responsibility. And you might too find yourself on a dimension-hopping quest to fight some entity that you know very little about. So just take care for what you wish for.
I've stood beside my brethren in this dimension against these great beasts. If I can become stronger in your presence, I think it would only benefit me. I think that the risks that I take are not greater than the ones that you take. And that is one of the reasons why I've joined you.
And we are honored by your presence.
Zorik, Kava, do you sense the same life energy of the stone elemental colossi that you rummaged here in the trench in the water?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I look around and just see like the little puddles sort of percolating into the ground. I would imagine rather quickly, a parched ground like this. I don't feel the same.
I'm happy to make a searching attempt, being as that I'm Lore or Harvest. Would somebody like to assist me?
Well, I'll throw this in there. I don't want to assist you, someone else can, but I did collect some of the water elemental in a water skin, so we have some of that. So I will remember that and pull it out and be like, I was able to capture some of their essence here in this bottle.
Just be careful, Zorik. Remember how I controlled the elemental from within. If you drink the elemental within yourself, perhaps you too will become a puppet.
That is a terrifying thought, Vajvahan. Thank you
Just
for...
kidding. Let's take a look here.
Fellavaai will assist.
I'm going to look at Kava. Did he say kidding? Does he do that? Kid?
Very rarely. That's why actually it makes it all the funnier, and she's like trying to stifle a laugh.
I got a 3-4. You got a 3, Fellavaai?
I got a 3.
Okay, so because you rolled Fellavaai, I would. Why don't you just roll a second die and do your own harvest roll?
Okay.
And Vajvahan,
Double 3s.
Can I primacy to a 4-4 for a great success?
Yes, you can. Yes,
I'm lore. I'm lore based.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll super succeed.
Okay. You find 2 glowing ore stones of blue energy in the ravine.
Thank you.
They're a few knuckles large, and they're not cut. But they are gemstones of an elemental variety of a value. If I can find my, it's going to be in the crafting materials.
I can take a look while we move on. Totally fine.
Yeah. So you're looking for empowered stones.
Empowered stones. Okay.
I think they're around 7 value or something like that. But anyway,
perfect.
2 of them. Emerald says, a good find. Well done, Vajrahan.
Thank you.
Shall we continue, however?
Yes, we should get somewhere to rest.
Coming out of the canyon, you see that a wide plain with little cover unfurls before you. We enter the grand way of Umult. We are exposed, though we may find an ally at the midway if I am not mistaken. You proceed across an expansive plain of glassy stone, smooth and shimmering under the low light of the pink sky. 1,000 breaths or so across the glassy plain, you see the silhouettes of tall stone poles that form a sort of stand of branchless and leafless trees. The stand occupies a good deal of the left side of the plain, suggesting a substantial forest. Emerald says, we're making good way. I think we may find rest at last. The tree poles lean against each other in some places and stand tall in others, separated by just a few shins of space between them. A vaguely sulfurous odor wafts about, and the air is noticeably humid. The white shimmer of water, cloaked with a shifting fog, appears beyond the trees. "We are in a sacred place," says Embrel. "This is the domain of the Fjörlinair, a beast of wisdom and nature." Embrel motions to the water. "The pool will restore your health should you wish to bathe. We are safe here, so long as our intentions are good."
You said it was the domain of what?
The Fjörlinair.
You're gonna have to spell that for me.
Yeah, your lore. If you'd like to make a call roll lore to see if you make a connection, and I will put that in the chat for you.
Thank you.
Was that Fellavaai you're asking for?
No, Vajrahan.
Oh, Vajrahan.
Yeah, I would
okay.
never spell that in a million years.
That's a 4-3. I will use my last point of primacy to bump that to a 4-4.
Guess based on the fact that this is something of an oasis, you are estimating that this is the domain of a creature similar to one in Nuovarden called a Kulinair.
Fellavaai, I could be mistaken, based by the name and this location and just the energies around here. Perhaps it is something similar to the Corynth. What was it called?
The Kulinair.
Culinair. Culinair. I forget how to pronounce it. Have you heard of such things?
Have I, Ty?
You can make a lore roll. Make a call roll lore.
No.
How would I describe it,
not.
Ty?
It is the Kulinair is a sort of a sacred creature that is known to exist in arid lands like the shifting sands, the great deserts, where where the desert should have been in place of the valley that you crossed.
Is it singular, or is it? Are there many?
No, well, there are more. There is more than one, but they are individual. What's the word I'm looking for?
Exceedingly rare and kind of solo creatures.
Yes, correct. Yes, they are creatures of wisdom, and I will tell you because of your high success, they are very in tune with nature, and they can make consumables lush, or they can corrupt them and make them poisonous.
It is an exceedingly rare beast in Nephis, in the garden. Usually in arid climates, not so humid like this one. Desert-like climates. And very powerful and in tune with the forces of nature. Able both to empower and corrupt the sort of elements and the consumable things of the area. So like this water, if this is anything like the Kulinair, it could both make the water revitalizing or equally as horrific. Perhaps you're boiled in the water or redeemed.
As you say that,
incredible.
Zorik is lowering himself. He pulled his robes off, and he is already lowering himself into the water. And he's like, horrific. And he just started slowly sinks into the water. It's
all conjuncture, really.
It's quite
who
nice.
knows?
What does it feel like, Ty, when I get into the water?
It's essentially like a hot spring. Embrel also slips into the waters. Do you have any injuries, Zorik?
Yes.
Then you improve by 1.
Okay.
I had never heard of the Kulinair before. I did not know such a creature existed in Nuovarden. And to know there is something similar here. How incredible.
Yes, rather magical. I've never encountered one, though I have remembered with the first eyes such beasts.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge.
Emerald's got his head back against the shore and his arms out, and he opens up an eye. Huh? What? What do you have these in Nuovarden?
Similar.
Perhaps, again, neither of us have seen such a thing. Only stories, really. Only memories. But similar.
Vajrahan slowly lowers in his rather bruised body, though less so because of Fellavaai, but he slowly sinks in. He's very slow. Like first his toes, kind of warms up, and then slowly moves to his feet. He does everything in time and pace.
I think Fellavaai will just sit by the side of it, not getting in, but just keeping company.
All right. Vajran, if you have any injuries, you heal up to 3 towards your max.
That is my max. A whole
Let's
8.
go.
Thank you.
1,000 breaths go by in no time, and already you feel better. It is then that you see a disruption in the surface of the water. Rings of water ripple around you, and in the mist you spy a thin, shadowy shape, like a tree branch raised vertically above the surface. It moves toward you. A thin neck, bearing an ovular head, and a stern, angular beak drifts toward you. The feathers and beak are rich ochre pink, and the tip of the beak is capped in black. As the drifting serpentine pole of a neck nears the shore, the body of a beast emerges from the water and lopes to firm ground on long, spindly legs. As it steps from the water, you see each 3-toed foot is webbed. The creature stands nearly 10 shins tall, or 16 feet, given the length of its neck. It looks at you with a neutral gaze. I am called Emolian, and this is my oasis.
Thank you for allowing us here. We have been traveling for some time and have found ourselves in rather precarious positions. I assure you we mean no harm.
I did not think so. I could sense your essence and your will. You are not from this dimension. You are from elsewhere. Tell me your stories.
I believe the best capable to tell our stories would be Zorak and Kava.
I do not know a Zorak. I do not know a Kava.
She'll motion to the two.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Thank you for the use of your pool. I hope our presence is not an offense.
There has been no offense that I have detected, nor ill will. If it is beneficial to you, that is sign enough for you to know that your presence is welcome in this moment. You have brought an umbral. Umbral says, Emolian, I believe that was your name. Thank you, as my companions have said, for allowing us to rest here. So, what is your story, strange people?
As you have alluded, we have traveled a long ways from our home. A beautiful garden. We refer to it as Nuovarden. though it may have other names in other lands, it is different from this place, but as we have learned in our travels, contains an essence of Aeos. Aeos, perhaps a precursor to Nephis in the creation of the garden. Some of the cosmology of things still remain unclear, but we have come at the behest of a colossi, one that is referred to as Lutu. Lutu found themselves in our dimension seeking allies and found us. Friends, family. We dedicated ourselves to Lutu's calling and found ourselves here in this land, strange though it may be. We have been lucky enough to meet Embrel and his kind, the people of this land.
You consider this elemental to be an ally, you said? It must
one
be one of
named
the
Lutu.
young colossi.
Indeed.
Ah. There is a disruption within their ranks. It seems there is some conflict of intention between their overlord and some among their number.
Do you have an understanding of why there may be some conflict amongst their kind?
Oh, yes.
Is this their nature to challenge?
I will answer your question, but first you must show me something of your power. What can you do?
I mean, I can try to do different types of things. All of us have different manifestations of our gifted powers.
Zorik, sing her one of your songs.
Song. I will have a song.
Zorik will reach over to his things that he neatly folded and piled next to the edge of the pool and grab the hand drum and the mallet that he uses to play it and just starts tapping it. He is going to, while he's doing that, he's actually going to manifest with mind and levitate himself out of the pool as he's playing the drum. Hopefully this works, otherwise it's going to be a total anticlimactic, but we'll see. Yeah, a 4 and a 2. All right.
So as you play this song and you levitate yourself out of the water, and this creature, to help you envision it a little bit more, has a very long bird neck and a bird head, if you didn't quite grasp
It's like a
that.
crane.
It's very pink, so really a flamingo.
Oh.
But it has a body of a mammal with very long, thin legs and a short, twitchy tail. So it's four-legged, and the feathers on its neck give way to fur on its body, and it's very tall. And as you're singing, it moves down onto the ground, kind of like a camel, and tucks its legs underneath. And so then the head is a little bit not so tall, and it listens and to the song that you're playing. And as your song finishes and you lower yourself, I assume, back down into the water, that is an impressive feat and a beautiful song that you made. I believe you wanted to know what I know about the conflict that is among the elementals. It seems it is indeed a power struggle, that the overlord of this world wishes to press beyond the borders of their own dimension, and that there are those among their ranks that do not agree with this decision and are rejecting the choices that this overlord is making. It's an ethical struggle.
Close within the ranks. Are you aware?
Oh, yes. What can you do? Show me your power.
Would you allow me to borrow your shadow?
What does that mean?
Would you like to find out?
Yes, I would.
I will take out the ties, and similarly to how I took Kava's, I will carefully attach them to this deity-like being. And
Your head comes down more to your level and just watches what you're doing.
yeah, 2 and a 4. I'll take the shadow off. And I imagine it's still on the 2D plane, but moving in different ways than it does. Separate, I'll kind of bring it around so that it's kind of looking at each other.
And Emolian looks at their own shadow curiously and at you. They turn their head so that their eye can look down on you in the shadow and studies it. There is no power like this in Umult.
I'll have the shadow kind of reach one of the spindly, actually no, just its head and kind of like nuzzle itself. And so it'll feel the contact of its own shadow.
This is most unnatural.
Are you aware of the void?
Oh, yes. This is
my
void
closest
power?
ally. Yes.
I will have my shadow back now.
Yes, I'll detach it. Allow it to snap back.
Your question was within the ranks, how closely knit the struggle, the strife? Do you mean where does the power separate between one side and the other?
Are the colossi that are against this, or the elementals within the ranks, are they per se the right hand of the overlord, or are they advisors or take care of more minor infractions?
Those that oppose, you mean, the overlord?
Yes.
No, they are not within. They come from other camps or other points of ingress to oppose, but they are unified from other corners of Umult, and perhaps other of what they call their citadels. But the young colossi are lesser in number. The overlord commands a greater number, out of some sort of respect they have for their hierarchy.
You are a wise being. You have lived many seasons, seen many things. Do you know and see Aeos as I see Nephis?
Aeos in Umult is a source of life and knowledge. But unlike the void, not as expansive, Aeos dwells in the essence of Umult and informs the stitching of the fabric of the dimension back to the earliest emergence of life from the primordial womb.
Yes, I think you are familiar with my powers then, for you possess similar ones here in Umu, the elements, and the knowing, and the memory of the great divine that connects us all.
Show me your power.
Vajrahan steps out of the pool and walks over to the elegant being and motions for it to lower its head to his. And with a gentle hand, he'll kind of place it upon the beak, close his second eyes, and open his first. And I've got no primacy, so let's hope this works out, guys.
You ran out of primacy?
Yeah, I was spending through it. No, that's a 1 and a 2, so it definitely fizzles.
So let me remind you, you may spend 2 IS as a free action to recover a primacy. It's changing your life.
Do you also have the ability to just restore all of your primacy, or did you use that?
Oh, I definitely already used that, and I don't think we've gained it back yet.
Could I assist?
Quick question. My glasses are not usable yet, correct?
Right. You have not had your repose yet.
Yeah. Unfortunately, an extra primacy won't do anything to a 1 or a 2. I think it would be. I could make a 2/2. Not that would do terribly much.
Fellavaai, you could assist. I would let you assist on this.
I'm gonna do my best, bestie. I'm gonna try. It's a 4.
Okay. Very nice.
I think I use like part of a shadow to shield some of the sky crystal from glaring into the like freshly opening second pair of eyes.
Yes, I'm having. Oh, wait, no, I see it. Yes.
And I gleam into with that remarkable. No, thank you, Fellavaai. With that remarkable success, I think I look into. I mean, again, this is separated from Nephis, but I guess I peer back also, knowing that somehow these two are connected, trying to probe into that connection, I suppose.
And for what is the gift essentially that you're giving Emolian?
I think it would be. I suppose it would be something like a no object.
It doesn't have to be a status effect or manifestation. It can just be your intention.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think it would be similar to how the Selku sit and peer back at Nephis and then provide the stories of Nephis to the other denizens of the world. I'd be using kind of my passive as a Selku, but kind of gleaming back at some sort of truth that might be more accustomed here. Yeah.
What you do is you go back to the first memories and show Emolian everything you can touch on at the integration point between Aeos and Nephis. And if a beak could smile, Emolian has a slight grin and says, "You're trying to reach back very, very far. And I see what you are doing. It is impressive that you can recall so far back in your own history. You are a child of Nephis."
As all 4 of us are. We are all Nephis in a way.
You and your people in particular, there is some similarity to my kind and yours in that regard.
Oh, now you are just flattering me.
Well, we are keeping good company this phase. And I have answered your question, I believe.
Yes, that leaves just one of us. Agava, don't be so shy.
just very exhausted after that battle. And watching Vajvahan like swim around and relax in the water that she's is slightly traumatized by now. She's like looks at you all bleary-eyed. Sorry, Vajvahan. I'm not my normal self right now. I'm a wee bit exhausted.
I mean, even if you just flex the bicep, it's very impressive. I can't even do that.
Your
Look at the
power
size.
comes from the strength of your body, not your mind so much. But do you have a question? It's not imperative that you do. I simply am fascinated by my visitors, and if you wish to recover from your fatigue in my oasis, you are welcome here.
Nobody seems to know of a weakness or a way to get to this overlord. Do you have any idea of some way that we could infiltrate his domicile?
You are referring to the great citadel where the overlord resides. Undoubtedly, there are subterranean passageways. It is rooted like a tooth in the land. Find the root and follow it into the pulp of that domain, if you wish. If the overlord does not come out of it to meet you toe to toe upon the battlefield that you seem earnestly to seek. But it is a harrowing effort you choose to take. I, for example, would be no match for such a power. But if you have some way to harness the elements and take away the various avenues of strength from the overlord, you may prevail.
Do you have anything that would possibly aid us in this battle aside from knowledge? We would be willing to provide services or maybe even make trade if there's something that you would like.
It seems you come from a place of materialism. I do not work in the material. You are equipped, from what I can see, with items that are foreign to me, though I understand their purposes. But that is not my strength.
Might I ask one more question?
Yes, but show me your power.
I will. What do I want them to see? Can I see if I can teleport them?
Sure.
Okay. 1 and a 3, so I'll bump the 3 to a 4. And I think very similarly to what Vajvahan saw, the shadow beneath them seems to swallow, and they dip down rather quickly before, like 2 feet, 4 feet away, because that's how this works. The shadow reopens, and they.
It could be up to 6. It could be up to 16 feet actually, because it's half your.
Yeah, why not? They can walk back over here.
Okay, all right. So you, fam.
Mhm.
And Emolian is still in the same curled sitting position. Looks around a moment, stands up and walks back to where they were before. Sits down again and says, "Impressive. Please do not do that again without warning me."
apologize.
But it is exactly what I wanted to know. Thank you for sharing such an impressive ability.
We came here with another one like us. Someone from our dimension, Nuovarden. Out of character, I'm trying to figure out what question I want to know about this specifically, because we know the direction. Do you think... I got it. Sorry. Do you know her intention for going to the Overlord?
You refer to the Worm Rider.
Yes.
There are two from your dimension here. And they both have allied with the Overlord.
Both.
I suspect it is because they have seen the power of the ruler of this dimension, and so have aligned themselves with power rather than with their values, such as they perhaps were at one point before crossing the bridgeway between your world of Nuovarden and my world of Umult.
Right. Thank you.
And wise one, this power, is it the warlords alone, or does he derive it from the great citadel and the dome upon its top?
Show me your power, and I will answer your question.
This is so cool.
All right, that's a 4 and a 1.
What are you doing?
I'm going to do something very gentle. I'm just going to... There's like debris in the area.
Sure.
Like floating... I mean, there's like these trees around, right? I imagine they have some sort of bark and stuff, maybe fluffs off from time to time. So I kind of gather up all like the particles and wrap them around using air currents to form the image of the tower with the dome on top.
Ah. Well, you have seen some semblance of the citadel that you seek.
We saw an image crude, and with Zorik's power of mind and my ability to know things, I saw it in totality. The glow of the vast orb, and this great power required by the eye of the Overlord in the clouds. It struck me as somehow much greater than a normal being could possibly control all and of their own. So I suspect a theory, perhaps amusing, that he is deriving from this great citadel as the warlords before him and after him, but I could be very foolish.
Do not underestimate the great power of the Overlord in their natural environment. The Overlord represents all elements in the elemental dimension of Umult, and so has power enough on their own. However, the Citadel itself has its sanctity. The Overlord likely has used their elemental foundation and knowledge to reinforce the structure if it was not reinforced before them. So you're seeing power housing power, Vashvahan.
Thank you. This is illuminating.
Well, it has been my distinct pleasure to have met you. And as I said, if you wish to rest before continuing on, you may do so. If you have no further questions, I will take my leave.
Thank you, in the land. Sincerely.
Emelian stands up and then bends the right leg and gives a bit of a bow, and then returns to the water and swims away. And as they fade into the mist, Ambrel turns and looks at you and goes, "That was incredible.
That was incredible.
I knew we may find rest and something of an ally here, but it was beyond my expectation. I have never actually been here. I have only heard about it, and I have heard such things as align with what it is that we experience. Was it not incredible?"
Yes, I am very enthusiastic, if you can't tell. And I now understand when you talk of sages. This must be what you are referring to. Very wise. Very sage.
It's true.
Kava, have you not gotten into the amazing waters? They are lovely. You really must.
No, thank you.
Oh, come now, mighty warrior who fells dragons and colossi. It's just a little bit of water. I splash a little bit at her. It doesn't get nearly close enough as I slip back into the warm, bubbling water.
So you continue to rest and to recover and enjoy the hot springs such as you will. The environment of this oasis is not particularly lush in terms of foods or the flora that you would see in Nuovarden. So it's a little less familiar in that regard. You could see if there's anything you might pick up if you wish. Otherwise, you repose, and you may recover your resources. Yes, Fellavaai.
I'd like to do one last thing.
Yes.
Potentially two last things, now that I think about it. Zorek,
Yes.
are you possibly too exhausted to maybe start on
Oh,
your tattoos?
of course not. I would be honored. Here, let me dry off and gather my things.
Take your time.
And I will spend as long as we want to begin the process of crafting this tattoo for Fellavaai.
All right. So crafting takes some time, but you can begin it, as you said. You begin at your repose, and after time, then sleep, as is required, before regaining your strength. Perhaps, Zork, you work on it a little bit more on the other end of the repose before Embrel says, "If you are ready, we may press on."
Yes, we should.
You depart the oasis, grateful for the insights and the opportunity to rest. Embrel leads you through another narrow canyon, where a small river of magma flows near the path. Continuing on, you cross a natural bridge with the magma flowing beneath and continuing to your right, and also branching left where it pools into a bubbling cauldron the size of a small lake. You quickly begin to scamper over the bridge, but in passing the lake, two large colossi rise out of the magma. "The Overlord sends their regards," says one. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Oh, this place
Those
is
sons of
filthy
a
with
gun.
colossi. My goodness.
Whew. Nice.
That creature at the end was super cool. Like I could have spent a lot of time just asking
Right?
questions. That was really neat. Oh my god.
Good
Thank you,
job.
Ty. That was really fun. Hell yeah, this is a great table.
That
I'm a little
was so
biased, but
good.
I love you guys. This is so much fun. One of my favorite moments was when Vajvahan piloted the water elemental colossi. That was
Yeah.
super awesome.
Water
My
mecha
goodness.
suit was also my favorite moment. Thank you.
Yeah, that was very, very freaking cool. Oh my god. Oh, and thank you to all of our friends who've been hanging out with us in the chat. We had a hype train. We had a lot of silly goofiness and fun going on, and that always makes me happy. So thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
Let's go around the table. We're gonna raid into somebody, so stick with us for just another couple minutes. I'm gonna find a raid target, but let's go around the table and do some outros. Let's start with Rachel. Rachel, we'll have to figure out what this tattoo is all about. But I'm very excited and honored that Zorik would be able to do that for you
I've
and the
been
memory
cooking.
of your friends. Yeah, it's so cool.
We'll be talking.
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on? Tell us whatever you want.
Hi, I'm Rachel, also known as Ktyria, and I'm really happy to be here. I've missed this table so much, and I missed you guys so much. It is so lovely being able to see all of your thoughts and the things that you've typed. It's such a lovely community. It feels like a warm hug. I miss it so much. Thank you so much for being here and for having me. Oh man, I'm just gonna be here. Yeah, that's just what I'm up to.
Hell yeah.
Love Guilds of here. I love being here, and I'll be here as much as I can. And yeah,
We
that's me.
appreciate you. Thanks for being here.
Also join the Discord.
You always do a great job of plugging the Discord. I'll put a link in the chat. Thank you so much, Rachel. Let's jump next over to Kayla. Kayla, thank you for being here and being part of this as well. It's so much fun playing games with you.
I miss playing games with y'all. I'm so glad that I came back after what was like 3 years of not playing. So glad to see that this game is still alive and strong and getting even stronger every single day. And if you would like to possibly win some copies of this game, apparently we're handing them out like candy over on my channel. So Kayla_Janelle, come watch us have fun as we do random shenanigans, and every so often we're going to give away some Nuovarden. So yeah, love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, and thank you for having me.
Always a seat for you here at this table, no doubt about it. Let's jump next to Paul. Always welcome as well, Paul. You're so much fun to play with. Your ideas are epic. Vajvahan's got some epic moves.
Yeah. Paul or Penborough online on all socials, your local apparently elemental kaiju pilot. Yes, had a lot of fun tonight. Also want to call out Kava was hitting like a jackhammer tonight. Holy smokes. I think you had some like 8 damage, 9 damage hits. Holy smokes. You were not
I'm about to get a dice cam so y'all can actually watch these rolls. I'm not joking. It was fun. That was so much fun. I think I even said I was like rolling a D4 in this game. I don't know why. It gives me more serotonin than getting a nat 20. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was great. So I just wanted to call that out. But yeah, co-author of upcoming Cyberpunk TTRPG heist-like TTRPG called House of Eidolons. You can find it in the Guild Superior posted it. Go check it out. It's really fun. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll be back on Guild Superior here, hopefully in the nearish future, for some streaming of that as well. So very excited about that and loving this system, Ty. It's great. I love the double D4s and the manifestation stuff. Now that I'm getting in the jive of it, God, you can just do so much. It's really fun.
Yeah. Love it.
I mean, it's nearly limitless, you know? It's as long as the dice don't, say otherwise.
Right.
Which is pretty cool.
Agreed.
Yeah. Paul, thank you so much. Go check out Eidolons for sure. That is such a fun game. And yes, we'll be running another mini campaign on the channel here. I think later in the year, I think before the new year, but we'll have more information coming out for that. And last but not least, Ty, thank you once again. I know sometimes I gush a little bit too much, but I really do appreciate you and your creativity and bringing this game to this channel and to the world. Where can people find it? What else do you have going on? All the good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you. So I really appreciate you. I appreciate all of you and all of your support. And thank you so much. We are in this era. I really believe we're in this era of the new player agency and the games that are starting to come out. And Nuovarden is one of them. And what you saw tonight was a phenomenal example. particularly in combat, of how the players can combo with each other and can get really inventive and creative. It's got the structure, so it's not just whatever you want to do, but at the same time, as Dave said, the options are fairly much limitless based outside of what the dice say and what your discipline is. And that was the whole idea behind the system in the first place. Like, what does player agency look like? And of course, it's a fantasy setting, so you've got that mystical, wonderful element. I am working on a new setting, as I mentioned at the start, that is a little bit more real world. So it's got a different application of how the system works, and that's going to start to pop up here and there as we play test it and check it out. Beyond that, please come over to adventuresling.com. That's where you can find all the stuff, join the mailing lists. I'm going to be sending out an update pretty soon. There is a little bit of errata, not too much, but it is on the website that you can check out as you're playing your Nuovarden games to make sure the rules are working for you. There is a free build of the Umbral as a character option, the Umbral culture, on Nuovarden as well. I mean, on the Adventure Sling website. And if you listen to the podcast, the latest episode 39, you can hear more about House of Eidolons. Please do check that out. It was a great conversation with Paul and Josh, and really appreciated having you on. More podcasts coming, more materials on the way, just more interaction, gaming opportunities. Come play with us on Guild Superior in the community games as they start to appear. Oops-alls for everybody, run by myself and Barely Hanging On once we get them all pulled together. The convention season starting up for me soonish, and it will just continue. We've got 3 more sessions in this arc, so a little bit more to go. So if you're enjoying it, come on back. Thanks for being here, Dave. I'll turn it back to you, but thank you again for hosting and for making it such a great place for us to be.
Yeah, my pleasure. This is so meaningful to me, and fills my cup to be able to surround myself with creative, really beautiful people like you, and the other folks that play games on this channel. It is a joy, and it's helpful for what were we saying before the game? We're facilitating the escapism, but. And that's true, but we're also creating something. We're not just escaping something, we're moving towards something. So that's exciting to me. So thank you for that. We're going to raid into Darling Creepshow here in a second, but I just want to remind folks, we will be here on Saturday celebrating GM Shiv's birthday party. His birthday, the party will be celebrating his birthday. We're going to be playing some Alien RPG. And it's going to be a blast. So stop over on Saturday at 12 p.m. Central, and then we'll be back to play some more Castles and Crusades as part of the Summer of Siege and our ongoing Greyhawk campaign on Tuesday. So lots going on. And then we'll be back here on Thursday for more of this stuff. So do some good things in the world. We need more good things and good people out there doing stuff. We can definitely change things together. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Peace out.
Bye.